Welcome to day 11, guys, and check this one out. As you can tell, we just did this over on Instagram, but figured I'd show you guys too. Let's see where it was. One of these. There it is. See those nuts. So we're going to be getting this out of here. Really, let me just go get the scissors. Go ahead and do it right now. But everything else is looking really good. Super stretch going on the birdie skunk. I think we might see a couple of white pistils. Get the camera right. See those? Yeah, there they are. That's what we're looking for. That was the birdie skunk. This is the Great Gushers times peach pistils. You can see white hairs on there. Let's see here. These are feminized, but we always want to check just to make sure. You know, these things are crazy. Don't really see. There's only a few of them I see pistils. Nuts. It's only day 11, so we're right there at it. The next 2 days we'll definitely be able to tell. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Grandma's scissors. Grandma ought to be able to take these out. I'll take this little plant out. Everything else is looking really good. We just saw Cooter and Scooter here. We had it at light. We're loving that. Sitting here waiting on me to feed, I'm sure. We've cut back the food. You know, we're not feeding any more black soldier fly larvae or worms for a while. Not saying they won't ever get them anymore, but the protein is super high and you can start to see that bend in the shell that we don't want to see. So we've added more light and we're just going to cut back on the black soldier fly since they're so high in protein. And the turtles don't seem to need to eat that much. Take this out here. Whoop. I'm going to put this in the pot. Actually, this we're just going to chop it up right down into here. You ain't got to worry about this. What we do need to worry about is this. So we'll get this out of here. Set it down in the IMO bucket for now. Get it out of here though. Them things can probably still open up. I'm not sure if they're ripe enough to have pollen in them yet, but and you know, since we're putting out white hairs already, those stomata or whatever you want to call them, that's what catches the pollen and will seed the plant. We don't want that, not this time anyway. So I just chopped this up, and I'd already, I believe, removed that most of this little root riot thing, or what do you call them? I forget what you call them.
things we start the seeds in. I just like to pull that stuff off because it does take a long time to break down. So once the plant has been cut, I just, see how white those roots are. Look at that. It's almost like they're bleached. It's like it's bleached almost. Plenty of stuff going on down in there though. Yeah, where this was wrapped around, it's like it goes from green to white. It's crazy. The moisture in it. Lots of isopods. Just gonna leave that right down in there. Don't need this in here.
Here we go. Now we have more room. Spread this out. Spread these out a little bit. We'll still keep an eye out on these over here. I haven't really seen. Sorry. Haven't seen anything on this one yet. Looking for a white hair somewhere. I'm not seeing it. We got to keep an eye on this one too. These other two over here as well. These look pretty good. I'm not seeing anything forming down there. They're still stretching. We're going to go 14 days of stretch. And then we're going to start adding in some reds to the Grand Masters. I'll let this down. Sorry for my camera work here. I'm trying to... I really want this one to be a female. It's just hard to tell right now. It looks like a female. The only clusters I've seen was that one right there. So that's good news. I'm going to take this leaf right here. Just kind of pick this up a little bit. Take this one here. This big thing out the way. Look at that. Don't need this other one down here at the bottom either. Although it's not wanting to come off, so I ain't gonna force it. See how close we are on the grass cutting. We're going to have to cut back some of this dog fennel. You can see we're almost up in it. So as the plants grow, we're just going to keep cutting back the dog fennel. You can see baby shrimp.
all up in them. See that red dot there?
We increased the flow a little bit. I don't know if you can tell or not. We upped the flow every once in a while. See, the pump has different stages. It goes from 1 all the way up to 20 because it's an old saltwater aquarium pump and has different stages that I can turn up and down, which is cool because the screen around the pump gets clogged up, or slowly loses strength because it starts to clog up. We have to take the pump out, clean it off, or I can just turn the volume up a little bit and it pulls a lot of that what's been clogged up through it, and then we can turn it back down. So that's what I usually do. I'll turn the pump way up, turn the water way up, and that will increase the suction, pulling a lot of that debris that's caught in the net of the pump, and then just turn it down, back down, and it usually cleans itself out. Put this stuff away here. Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated today. I haven't gotten much sleep. I had to take the old lady to the airport. We went to Vegas today. Her and her sister and her cousin went to go see the Wizard of Oz. So, up there at the Sphere. It's supposed to be pretty cool. This Verdi skunk here is going crazy. Look at this thing. I believe we did see some white hairs on one of these. We saw some white hairs on the other one over there. But definitely smells good too. Good stem rub. Cooter. What's up, Poot? There's Cooter. Everything's ready to eat. And on that heat lamp is hot. Let's turn that down a little bit. Yeah, we don't need it on full blast. Looks like everything is ready for a nugget. We only fed them once yesterday morning. We have been feeding twice a day. Just a few, just because Pooter is so big. There's a lot of life in the pond. So I'm just going to do this. It's only a few, maybe 20 little nuggets. Pooter will get 5 or 6 of those. The turtles will get a few, and then everything else will, minnows and everything will eat it up. Pooter don't like it when I'm watching. So I'll try and stand back here and we can watch him come up. There it is. pinko. You got huge. Then clean the side of the tank, side of the pond, anyway. So the pond is just mason mix, smoothed out, and then pond shield. We have pond shield, about 7 layers of pond shield, which pond shield is just a 2-layer epoxy. Usually I have some right here. That's what it looks like. You can get it on Amazon actually now. Really good stuff. Has held up quite well so far. And it does recommend multi-layers, and then people who have used it on YouTube that I've watched recommend at least 5 to 6 layers. I put 7 layers. I mean, a thick coat all over everything through here, all over the creek system, all around, all the way around, sealed up everything from all the way around, and then we just manage the water through the sand, silt, and clay that's in the middle of the creek and that comes up on the sides here. So you can see. Oh, let's get down here. Give you a perspective. So the water line is right here, and you're gonna come all the way up here. So this sand, silt, and clay, pea gravel mix, it's organic matter, a little mix in there, wicks that water up. It just stays wet all the time, and it wicks water right on up to the edge of the creek. This is some moss, and just underneath here what happens is that you can move this rock there. See, worms, isopods. There's some dairy cows, isopods. You just get in there and start working it. Turns into worm castings and plant food. This stuff wicks water all the way up into here, into the soil pockets. You see springtails and rove beetles, into this IMO that we made. Look how alive it is. And it stays moist. So just like having a drip line system, the creek is the sand and silt wicks that water up. Look at that shrimp. 1, 2, 3 right there. Shrimp are everywhere. Babies just everywhere. Must be hundreds. There's a big one. Look how fast they are. Look at all of them. Every day I come in here, the more I see. So today we'll stick some pads down there and run our hand through here and release some of that poo, but a lot of that stuff is getting eaten up. Look how crystal clear the water is over on the edge. That water's going all the way up the edge there. It's definitely cleaner than what it's getting better. I increased the flow a little bit of the water. And each day that goes by, I see more and more shrimp. That's a good thing. All the plants are looking good. And I think we should have a successful flower. This is that great gushers. Starting to see the white hairs. This is the Verde skunk. See those white hairs down there? Yeah. That's why we got to get that male out of here. If those sacs open up, those white hairs are already forming. So if any pollen gets out in this open, those little stomata, or whatever you call them, stomatas, I think that's how you pronounce it, will catch that pollen and give us seeds, which we don't want. Just throw this. Got rain all day today. These over here looking good, huh? Gotta keep an eye on these too. Oh, speak of the devil. Look at that. Look like nuts to me. Can't really tell there. Could be a white hair, but this one here looks, of course, the biggest, prettiest one. Gonna have the old nanners. I believe that's what they are. Let me know in the comments. Yeah. Alright guys, I appreciate you hanging out. And have a great Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.